Hello, everyone. My name is Barrington Stanford. Today we have the illustrious, lovely, biggest supporter of my life, my mother, Dr. Michelle Kitson. This is Briefly in Depth. This is a series I've just started where I go around and I interview professional, accomplished physicians. I'm doing doctors at the moment. I'm going to do marketing as well and sales, but people in their fields that have done well for themselves. We get briefly into their lives, see what they've done, where they are going. We have some fun. Okay? So, Mom, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you feeling?
Curious as to how this will go.
So I sprung this on her. She didn't know what we were doing, why we were doing it, or she knew where we were going, but she didn't know what we were doing until like 30 minutes ago. So I wanted her fresh on the spot. I didn't want her to have any time to prepare. Okay? So the first question is, where are you from?
So, I was born in London, England, to Jamaican parents. Um, yeah.
Okay. I know where you're from. They don't know where you're from. How was the transition from London, Jamaica to America?
It was, something thrust upon me when I was younger. Um, but in hindsight, it has helped to shape me, has helped to shape my perspective on life because I've lived in three different places. Um, Spent most of my time now here in the United States, but during my formative years, the majority of my time was spent in Kingston, Jamaica. And so all of it together has come together to form the individual that I am.
Good. Now, what kind of medicine do you practice?
Okay, so I am an internal medicine physician, which means I take care of adults. I like to say 18 to the grave. Pretty much, I function as a quarterback on the team as it's NFL season right now,
I don't watch sports.
or the point guard on the basketball team, the one actually directing the flow, ensuring that my patients are heard, seen, and well cared for by coordinating their care and listening.
It's interesting that you said that because that transitions it well into my next question. What, in your professional and personal opinion, makes a great doctor?
The first thing I think is being trustworthy. A physician is afforded insight into people's most intimate moments. Um, your health is perhaps one of the most important assets that anyone possesses. Poor health, poor ability to show up, poor ability to maximize the potential that we're all born with. And so you've got to be able to trust the person that you are partnering with to optimize your health, to help you get to be the best version of yourself that you want to be. So I believe trustworthiness is one of the most important things when you're establishing a relationship with a physician. Um, Relatable. Are you able to connect well with people? Are you curious? Um, are you adept at reading people well, seeing the verbal and the nonverbal cues that are being given to ensure that you're able to establish the best therapeutic relationship you can? Your doctor doesn't have to be your friend, but there should be a level of trust so that you will open up and tell them about things that you might not necessarily tell John Q. Public that you might not want someone to know.
Next question I have for you is, if you had one piece of advice to give to anybody aspiring to enter the medical profession, what would it be? One lasting piece of good advice.
I would say the medical profession as it is embodied here in the United States right now is a business. And so I would advise anyone who is interested in pursuing a career in medicine to absolutely have some background information on business and knowing how to finance your medical education and what you want it to look like moving forwards as far as your career is concerned. Money plays an outsized role in most things that we get involved with right now. And so being able to afford yourself the right education, the right location, the right place for you to feel at your best. If you are not well prepared, if you're not viewing things through the lens of a good money manager, then you could find yourself not doing exactly what you want to do because funding becomes problematic. So I would probably advise any young person who's interested in a career in medicine to absolutely get some sort of financial and business acumen in the repertoire before, because it'll pay off in the end. I think if you have an understanding of the fact that it's not just about the relationship, it's no longer as pure as just the patient and the physician. There are lots of other pieces that impact the relationship that you are able to have. And so, yeah, it's a long one piece, but I think that's important.
That was good. What are your goals for the future of medicine? So, and this is a loaded question, so I have two different aspects. When I say goals for the future of medicine, I mean your personal goals, like where do you want to take medicine in your life, and then where do you wish, or where would you ideally like medicine to go in the world, in the U.S., in the world, wherever you want to go, or wherever you're thinking?
Okay. For me, I think there are too many landmines around the place regarding one's ability to access good health care. I think education is a major, it's the linchpin. If you don't understand health, if you don't understand the way the human body works, if you don't understand how the body is a machine, an incredibly complicated and well-made machine that has lots of interdependent parts. What do I mean by that? If your mental health is not optimized, if your physical health is ignored, if your spiritual health is subpar, all of it goes into the overall well-being of the human being. I feel like for me, I've moved beyond a place of only wanting to be in a one-to-one relationship with a single patient at a time. I think I have gotten to a place where I envision being able to work with groups, be it small groups, um, intermediate groups, larger groups, getting the message out such that we can start conversations about health that are meaningful and that will move us in the direction of um, being a better society in general. So, sleep, how you eat, what you eat, exercise, um, what you put in to the body, what you expect to get out.
She doesn't exercise, by the way.
I exercise my eyes, I exercise my hands. Not as well, not as much as my gym rat of a son does, but I do accept and understand the value of exercise, and I would love to be on the front lines of helping young people initially start themselves on a real good trajectory, and I'd also like to help those in the twilight years coming towards the end of life, helping them and their families navigate things like their mental health. A lot of times our elderly are lonely. They feel like nobody really cares about them much. They feel like they've been put out to pasture. I'd like to help families change that, recognize that there's lots of wisdom that comes with age, and therefore we need to engage those with wisdom so that we're not, making the same kinds of mistakes, that we don't lose real powerful tools that have been passed down from generation to generation. I am excited about how I can be involved in helping people navigate a really complicated healthcare system. And then nationally, internationally, I feel like we're going through some tumultuous times, and that we always need to remember you can't consume an elephant.
Sorry about that. Spams.
Put it on Do Not Disturb. I can't believe that.
Did you silence it? You clearly didn't silence it. I silenced it.
So, back to the question at hand. I was just
Internationally.
right. I think as far as goals internationally, we can only eat anything, an elephant, a pizza, one bite at a time. And so it's important not to overwhelm ourselves with taking on way too much, more so than you can manage. But I think with coordination of care, I think with multiple entities collaborating, that we could make great strides with moving us all in a direction of better health. And yeah, I'd like to be involved in that as well. Not quite sure how yet, but I think if I can make an impact in the corner of the world that I'm in, that'll go a long way into helping us move generally in the right direction.
So some advice for you, because we are making and recording a video to reach the people that might want to, or that have the same or similar ideas as you. You should start making more videos and posting them to reach a wider audience, because those people aren't just here in Tennessee, those people are international. If you can reach those people a lot quicker than making calls, because everybody's on their phone 24/7 or when they're not working, that would be a much faster, that you're cutting down the time from years to days.
All right, point well taken. I know how to listen. I understand that wisdom comes in all shapes and sizes, and even the little ones can teach us. So I'm listening, son. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just last question. Why should somebody come and see you out of all the healthcare professionals in the greater city of Memphis? What makes you different? Besides your mom.
Whenever I see a new patient for the very first time, I ask them what their goals are, what their healthcare goals are. I am very quick to make the statement that I am not everybody's cup of tea. Some people don't even enjoy tea. Some people want iced tea. Some people want sweet tea. Some people like coffee. And because of the level of trust that we're expecting to establish to have a good therapeutic relationship, I think it's important for my patient, my potential patient, to see something in me that strikes a chord with them, makes them feel like, yeah, this is somebody I could talk to. This is somebody who will listen to me. This is somebody who values the fact that I live with my body all the time and they're just seeing me once in a while for a visit. I think if you were to ask the patients that have worked with me for years,
Excuse me.
I think that the thing they would tell you that sets me apart is the level of compassion, my being frank without being negative and nasty in delivering messages, and the fact that I have been and am accessible when my patients need me. So I'm looking forward to working with families who are struggling to navigate the healthcare system, who are finding it very difficult to speak with the specialists that may be involved in their care. I consider myself to be a patient advocate, perhaps more so than anything else. And as an advocate, I believe that you'll have no one who will work harder, fight harder with you to achieve the goals that you identify. But also recognizing that grace is important, that patience with ourselves is important, but also knowing that I'm the doctor who's going to tell you, okay, enough, let's put the BS aside and let's get to what you said you wanted to do. And I guess I am pretty transparent in my own challenges and struggles with my health, and so that I think helps me connect well with patients. So looking forward to seeing some of these people, working with some of these people, and doing as my son said, and opening myself up to work with like-minded individuals to kind of help create a better, more healthy world, one patient at a time.
There you go. So I have a commitment to you. I'm going to help you get your social media off the ground. I think a great way for you to see patients without being encumbered, I think that's the right word I want to use, by a corporation or a contract is going online with it. You don't have to have a website. You can use your Instagram, use your Facebook, and book clients online. Now, the payment, we're going to figure out how you get paid, but you can start doing one-on-ones with patients online, do Zoom calls, and you post, if they're okay with it, you record the sessions. Well, you record regardless, but then if they're okay with you posting them, and you ask them, hey, can I post you? Can I post this for the viewers? Most people will say yes. And then you show people how, without giving them too much client information, you show them how how the session went, and that will garner more attention for your page. People love to see raw, unfiltered, good content. And so if you record, you have your one-on-one session with the patient, and then you post it, that looks good for your brand. That is your brand. So you get to see your patient, you get to make your money all from while being in the comfort of your home, being in the comfort of a game, being in the comfort of wherever you want to do your one-on-one patients sessions with. So I think that is a good place to start. Is set, you already have your Instagram page, your social media, so it's about retailoring. Let me rephrase. It's about finding your niche, building a message, right? Because you have to market to somebody. Who are you trying to get? Are you trying to get any patient, or trying to get a specific type of patient? Which is up to you, right? Find your niche, deliver your message, deliver it well, so that people want to look at it and want to keep coming back to you. That makes sense?
All right, we'll see what happens. Let's not give too much of it away.
Perfect. So, yeah, this was Briefly in Depth with Dr. Michelle Kitson, my mom. Thank you so much for coming in today and being with me. This is a great video. I highly enjoyed it. I hope you did. And yeah, anything else? Any shout outs? Anything else you want to say to the people?
I'm incredibly proud of this young man for continuing to try to reinvent himself and to tap into what he considers to be his strengths. And I am looking forward to supporting him. And I'm allowing him to help rebrand his mama. Congratulations, son. Very well done.
Thank you. Guys, this was, like I said, Briefly in Depth with Barrington Stanford and Dr. Michelle Kitson. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.